Hi everyone! Your belief system is probably built upon convictions borrowed from your grandma, stories from your childhood, scary medieval ideas, or dubious life hacks you've seen on the internet. Of course, sometimes this information can be true and even useful, but in most cases it's better not to believe in it. Today we are going to talk about the 15 most popular myths in which you probably still believe, and we are going to dispel them. Let's get it on. Urinating on a jellyfish sting. This myth became extremely popular after being shown in one episode of Friends. In that episode, a jellyfish stung Monica, one of the girls in the series, and one of her friends volunteered to pee on the sting to release the pain. And it really helped, but unfortunately life is not a TV show. In reality, peeing on a jellyfish sting is, well, not the greatest idea in the world. The urine doesn't neutralize the jellyfish venom. Furthermore, the urine is low in salts and electrolytes, so you can cause the opposite effect and cause yourself more pain. So if you meet with an unfriendly Medusa, first of all you have to get out of the sea, then remove the parts of the tentacles and wash the wound with salt water. We promise you'll feel much better this way. Shaving. You probably heard your parents and grandparents say that shaving makes your hair thicker. Our relatives usually wait until puberty when the kid's entering adulthood to tell them that it's better not to start shaving at such an early age, because once you do it, the hair immediately starts growing longer, thicker, and faster. If you're still afraid that you can turn into Chewbacca trying to look nice, you can calm down now. The hair does become thicker and darker with time, but only because the body's developing. It has nothing to do with the shaving. So shave everything away. Don't be scared, nothing will happen. Soap kills bacteria. Every day we see lots and lots of different ads about miraculous soaps killing all that nasty bad bacteria that we carry on our hands. Well, not all the bacteria, but at least 99%. And while you're thinking where did this 1% go or whether it can come back for revenge, we will reveal a small but very important secret. No soap can kill nuisance organisms. Yes, just like that, we ruined all you learned from your mums and grannies. But hold on, don't get sad, they weren't exactly lying. Actually, soap can wash out all the bad bacteria from our hands, preventing all kinds of unpleasant diseases. So anyway, you should wash your hands before eating every time. Pain after exercising. You all know that painful feeling you get after doing intense exercise. For some reason, many people think this feeling means your exercises are paying off, so they try really hard to get it. Actually, if you feel pain after practicing sports, it's not necessarily a good thing. The pain appears because of micro-traumas in the muscles, so an overdose of exercise can end up in serious trauma, which is obviously not good for your health. So, like many other things, sport is good, but in moderation. Antibiotics kill viruses. We want to believe this myth, but unfortunately nowadays humankind still doesn't have a cure for all diseases. So the popular opinion that antibiotics can heal anything is completely wrong. The truth is, even though antibiotics are considered a really powerful remedy for many diseases, they only attack bacteria. In other words, they're not a menace for viruses. Yes, that's right. There's no point in taking antibiotics to kill viruses when you have a flu. There are special antiviral medications for such cases, and we don't recommend you to bring more powerful drugs into action if it's not an emergency. Watching TV. Is watching TV at a close distance that bad for your eyes? Every parent in the world would answer, hell yeah, and they can't be more wrong. Actually, this is just another myth with no scientific proof. No scientists could ever find a connection between sitting in front of the TV and myopia. The only thing you can get from watching your favorite series too close to the screen is eye strain, but there are no other effects. Furthermore, some researchers claim that this habit is typical for kids, and it goes away when the person grows up, even without lectures from the parents. So now you know, it's nothing but just a story parents tell their kids to keep them away from the TV. Eating and exercising. It turns out that many people genuinely believe that if they work the shit out of themselves in the gym, they don't have to think about their eating habits anymore. Well, if you are one of those weirdos, we're here to disappoint you. Even Olympic champions must follow a diet to stay in shape. and here's why. When you start wasting more energy, for example exercising, the body begins to store it up, or in other words, gain weight at every opportunity. So it's really important to think about what you eat in every situation, especially if you practice sports. 8 hours of sleep. Every adult person has to sleep at least 8 hours a day, right? Well, that is one of the most stupid statements about sleeping in the world. Doctors keep telling us we have to sleep this exact amount of hours per day to stay healthy. Nevertheless, nowadays many scientists believe that this number is different for every person, and it depends on the genes and many other circumstances. For example, a sick person needs more hours of rest to recover than someone healthy. A teenager needs more sleep to gain strength than that of an old man, and so on. 8 is just an average number, so try to listen to your body and understand what it needs. Warts. You'll be very surprised to know that if you want, you can touch and even kiss a toad.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
It won't turn into a prince or a princess, but still. The myth that frogs and toads give people warts and blotches appeared only because people think that these animals have warts on their bodies. But remember, once and for all, only a human can give another human a wart. Although you should know that some kinds of toads have toxic glands that can give you a rash if you touch them, but don't worry, it will go away. Water and electricity. Everyone knows that water and electricity is a dangerous combination. Nonetheless, the water itself is not conductive. If we're talking about distilled water, the molecules don't have a charge, so they can't conduct electricity. This kind of liquid is called dielectric, and it's not dangerous at all if there's some electricity around. Unfortunately, this kind of water is quite rare. Normal tap water is a mineral solution of some concentration. It contains elements charged both positively and negatively, so don't try to conduct an experiment by putting your mum's hairdryer into a hot bathtub. Coke. Coca-Cola is definitely the most famous and popular non-alcoholic beverage in the known universe. Originally, it was patented as a medication for neurological disorders, but then it became more and more popular every day, so it moved first from pharmacies to local stores and then to the supermarkets all over the world. And just like all successful products, it's the base for a lot of myths and rumors. According to one of the most popular myths, a tooth left in Coke would dissolve completely overnight. We don't know who came up with that idea, but it was probably some stupid bastard. Yes, right, Coca-Cola contains some acids like phosphoric, citric, and carbonic acids, but there's no reason to be scared. Almost every soda has the same ingredients, so the tooth myth is false. Bats. Okay friends, tell us the truth. Did you think that bats can't see very well or are blind? Yes? Well, they are not. Turns out, their eyes are much better than ours, and different species have different eye structures. Usually they have two types of sight. One is for day use, and the other allows them to see at night. Panda and bamboo. Despite the popular belief that this black and white cute creature eats only bamboo shoots, this misconception is the result of general ignorance. Pandas eat bamboo just because this plant can't escape from them. In fact, these bears are still predators and they'd be happy to eat small animals, insects, and even carrion. The only problem is that pandas are slower than a snail on a winter's day, so the other animals manage to outrun them. But bamboo does not, so they have to chew it constantly. 5 senses. Ignorant people believe that a person has only 5 basic senses, but in fact that is simply not true. And no, we're not talking about the 6th sense, also known as intuition. Taste, sight, touch, smell, and hearing are by no means all the senses we have. Scientists say that we have a sense of balance, which helps us not to fall after every step, a sense of pain, a sense of space, a sense of posture, a sense of external temperature, a sense of time, a sense of external stimuli, a feeling of hunger, and even a sense of too much carbon dioxide in the blood. That is more than 20 senses. Backpack. Please tell us, how do you wear or carry your backpack? Most of you will say that on your back using both straps as any sane man, but we have heard some rumors stating that it's wrong to wear it like that. Can you imagine? Supposedly, some scientists found out somehow that it's best to carry your backpack on the chest. We can't really understand why they say that, so help us and tell us. What do you think about it? Share your opinion in the comments, and then we'll decide if we're going to wear a backpack or a front pack.